I've been using the HTC One M9 for a few days now, and I've really enjoyed my time with it, but there are definitely a quite a bit of few flaws that I've found with the HTC One M9 that I think that you guys should know about before you lock yourself into a 2-year contract with the HTC One M9. Now, the first two reasons have to do with the camera and the camera software. Now, the first reason would have to be the camera software. The camera software is not that good, and it also affects the camera itself. And the camera sensor is overall very good. It's a 20.2 megapixel Sony sensor, and if you guys know, Sony cameras are really good. But the software that HTC has implemented in for the camera really is not that good for the sensor, and it could be fixed with a bunch of different software updates. But this is something that we continuously see with HTC, and they're not able to nail down the camera portion of their phones. And last year, I think that a couple of software updates kind of fixed up the camera, but it was still not good enough. And I hope they can actually fix this time, or I think HTC is going to be in really big trouble when it comes to their cameras. Now, the third reason is the battery life. I've been using it continuously since Wednesday as my daily driver, and I've not been able to get through a whole day of battery usage. Usually have to minimize my usage with the phone to get a whole day of battery life, and that's something that you shouldn't really have to do with a phone. For example, with my iPhone 6, I use it all day until I get home, and it lasts me the whole day without charging with like half brightness. And since the HTC One screen is so bright, I usually keep it on the lowest brightness, and I can't use it all day without running out of battery or having to charge it in between my day. So that's also one of my really biggest gripes. Battery life is one of the things that I look forward to in all phones, and some phones just can't nail it, and HTC wasn't able to nail it because I even noticed that this battery was worse than last year's HTC One M8's battery. So the fourth reason that I have is this doesn't have a non-removable battery, and these are just my opinions, remember. So the thing with this phone is that there's a non-removable battery, and with some phones, there not really any of the flagships that have been released so far have a non-removable battery. As you know, Samsung has been known for non-removable batteries, but this year they didn't do that with their S6 and S6 Edge. Videos coming on that soon, by the way. But I feel like if one manufacturer doesn't put a non-removable battery on their phone, it doesn't mean that other brands shouldn't do that. I like in Apple's case, they've never done it, so it's okay. But I feel like since Samsung didn't do it this year, maybe HTC should have tried to do that with their M9. And I know a lot of you guys are going to argue with me that it's not really one reason, but if a phone has bad battery life, then you should be able to get a third party battery for this phone to improve your battery life. Now, the fifth reason you shouldn't buy the HTC One 9 is the bun placement. Most particularly the power button. The power button is on a very awkward side, um, a very awkward place on the right side. As you know, all the buttons are smushed onto the right side of the phone, and there's nothing on the left or top or bottom except the charging and headphone ports. And I feel like that HTC should have moved the volume rockers or volume buttons to the left side of the phone and keep the power button on the right side, but just raise it up, and kind of like pretty much the iPhone 6 ones. This is a perfect area to keep her. Uh, the the power button is on the right side and it's in the perfect place, and I just still haven't gotten used to keeping my thumb all the way uh, down all the way on the phone of the HTC One 9. Well, it's pretty easy to tell if you're going to be pressing the power button or the volume buttons because the power button does have sort of a texture on it, so you can tell. But it's just really not, in my personal opinion. I don't really like it that much, and I don't think a lot of other people, have liked it either. So definitely in the M10, please fix that as well as the camera and the battery. So the sixth reason that you shouldn't buy the HTC One M9 is that there's a not everyone I know that has occurred to this, but when I'm playing games or just using the phone for long periods of time in my hand, I could definitely feel it getting a little warm, and I think Phone Dog has reported on that too, and it's been being in the triple digits the heating temperature of the phone. So if you're not going to use a case on this phone and you're going to be playing lots of graphic intensive games and just using your phone for long periods of time, then you should definitely look into either purchasing a case for this phone if you want to get this phone, or probably just get a different phone. Now, my seventh reason for this phone is that it's really hard to use outside. The screen, it's not, I mean, the phone isn't hard to use outside, the screen is hard to use outside. I don't know why, but even on full, like, brightness, the phone is just hard to see. Like, today I'm filming this on Easter when I got home. I used this all day, and it was just really hard to use it outside. Like, I was taking pictures, like, me and my family, but it was really hard to use it outside, and I had to, like cover it up with my hand to see the phone itself. And, yeah, it was just really hard to use it. Let me know if any of you guys have noticed this, because I'm pretty sure I'm the only one who has had this problem, because I've never actually heard anyone else talk about this problem, but it's definitely one of the problems personally that I've occurred with the HTC One M9. Now, my last reason is that it's still kind of slippery. As you guys remember, last year a lot of people were complaining that the HTC One M8 was slippery because of the way the curve and also the button. And this year, it's kind of been improved, but it's still kind of slippery for me. But I think as I use it for longer periods of time, I'll get used to it more. Comparing it back to my iPhone 6, I'm not trying to compare it to the iPhone 6. It's just laying here, but I used to use a case on this since the day I've got it until the past couple of weeks. I'm actually comfortable using this without a case now, and I feel like I'll be able to do the same with the HTC One M9. It just has to get a little worked in and me used to it. But yeah, that was my last reason on why you shouldn't buy the HTC One M8. Now remember, guys, these are just my personal opinions and flaws I found using this phone. It's These opinions are entitled to me. You guys might have different opinions. Please let me know if you guys have the HTC One M9, if you like it, if you don't like it, reasons you should buy it, for other people to see in the comments, and things maybe I haven't gone over, and maybe I could make another video on that. But yeah, guys, please make sure to hit the like button. Remember, if I see that you guys are supporting the channel, I will definitely try to give away an HTC One M9. Please subscribe to the channel. Like this video if you enjoyed it, and if you liked some of the reasons I talked about. Yeah, so that's about it for this video. I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace, guys.